I want to talk about the huge shift that we continue to see in the weather. I don't know about y'all, but if you've been looking at the last 10 years for sure, I'm going to say 10 years, you start talking about the weather. Y'all remember the video I did about HAARP years ago? And if you notice how hot it gets, and then you also notice how cold it gets when it hits. Y'all know when we had that winter storm that we survived, what was that, 2021? But the shift in the weather, if you pay attention, now they got an argument they've been having talking about people need to quit talking about that chemtrails. It's a lie. You know, the aircraft is not dropping, you know, it really is smoke. You got this ongoing argument, and you know, they've been talking about chemtrails for years, that it don't exist, it does exist, et cetera, et cetera. But something we see is going on with the soil. We've been seeing this, the dirt, the water. Somebody left me a comment the other day about the video I did with the 5 gallons at Home Depot. And I think the comment said, I hope y'all not drinking that water, that's tap water. But there's an ongoing argument. Y'all saw the video I did years ago about tap water versus what they call purified water. Whichever one you call out, there's something wrong with it. Let's throw it out there again. Because I was brought up on tap water. Born and raised and brought up on tap water. And I always talk about Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee has the best tap water I ever tasted in my life. Because Memphis sits on water. We know that. And we know that Elon Musk, that's a whole nother video, let me leave it alone, but we know that he done took over down there with the water, with that big old world largest computer, whatever. But I remember doing a video a few years back. It snowed one day, and then I think the next day it was already 90 degrees. And this snow stayed on the ground for so long because it was not real snow, it was artificial, I'm telling you. And the way it smelled like some matches when something burning. And I've never seen snow stay that long on the ground, that long, and took that long to go away and smell that funny. Some people think I'm crazy when I talk like this because I work outside, and I paid attention. I said, man. And when I look at this weather, the patterns, and when people always talk about global warming and why, like you said in the 70s, if you notice in the 70s, it was a lot cooler, you know, when you start talking about the way it is now. So it was a shift from being more cooler than what we living in now. Took a turn for being hotter. And I'm in Texas, y'all already know. In Texas, man, Texas get hot. But you notice we had all them, what was that, California? We kept seeing all those wildfires, like they could never put them out. Who was starting up those fires? Who was starting up all those wildfires? We saw droughts. 2023, it got real hot outside. Real hot. Heat that it's like we never seen before. So you start talking about the heat. You start talking about the carbon, I'm looking at my email, the carbon dioxide levels being, what, 40, 50% higher. So you see a huge climate change causing and the effects. Who is causing this? And look at the effects of it. This is the weather shift. So family, we know what time it is. Just give me a little feedback on this. And y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.